Senator Ricketts.
Well, Chairman Capito, Ranking Member Whitehouse, thank you very much for holding this important hearing. And Mr. Nee and Mr. Troutman, good to see you both again, and thank you for your willingness to serve our great nation. Let's start by talking first about the science used at the EPA. EPA's regulatory process is supposed to be based upon robust, risk-based reviews. This is the right regulatory approach. We should be using the best available data and evaluate uses for chemistry based upon known risks. The Biden administration's EPA had repeatedly overestimated farm pesticide use in its efforts to comply with stringent Endangered Species Act measures. This, in turn, has significant implications for FIFRA implementation. Under FIFRA, EPA is required to use the best science and commercial data available when evaluating pesticides. Crop protection tools such as glyphosate and dicamba are critical to modern agricultural practices. Conflicting federal and state guidance threatens the use of chemicals and pesticides producers rely on to maximize yields while minimizing inputs, despite international and American research indicating these chemistries are safe. Mr. Troutman, do you believe the EPA has consistently followed sound science and risk-based analysis in its evaluation of and approval of pesticides?
Senator, I appreciate the conversation we had in your office about these issues, and with regard to the American farmer and the importance of crop protection, but also the role the American farms play not only domestically, but in the global realm, it is critical to help continue to innovate and stimulate American farm growth and the availability of crops not only to our own population, but to remain competitive across the globe. FIFRA and the other statutes are risk-based statutes, and where the science leads to those data-rich analyses, the administration is committed to following the statutory authority and the authorization that's in place there for that on a risk-based analysis. I'm committed to consulting with the subject matter experts and to making sure it is a risk-based analysis and to continue to balance these interests of human health and the environment and the American farmer and our competitiveness around the globe.
Well, that's really what I was trying to get at. It's actually the implementation of the risk-based analysis. I understand the EPA models are structured to assume the maximum pesticide application, when that is certainly not the case given agronomic implications and economic costs. Does assuming the highest possible pesticide application rates truly reflect what's happening on farmers' fields? Are you aware of other places the EPA assumes risk-based approach such as this?
Senator, if confirmed, I expect to get further briefings on other aspects with relation to your question and concerns. But if confirmed, I'm committed to continuing to follow the risk-based statutory requirements that Congress has provided to us.
Well, I encourage you to look for ways to incorporate the best and most updated data into EPA's review processes. EPA regulates the real world, therefore the regulation should reflect the real world. EPA shouldn't just rely on restrictive modeling to eliminate all risks.
Thank you, Senator.
We've long heard complaints from agriculture about the processes and decisions on pesticide registration review at the EPA. One area of criticism has been the backlog of products under review or re-review. Such backlog gravely limits the ability of our farmers to have the latest, greatest, and safest tools at their disposal. I understand the administration is making headway, but can you share any thoughts on how you plan to address this if confirmed?
Senator, you are correct. The administration is making headway with additional resources, both financial and technical, and with additional personnel to speed up those reviews, but also do them within the requirements that we are statutorily bound by. The importance here of making sure as the bathtub fills but gets emptied, if I can use that analogy, with the backlog of the FIFRA-related reviews, we are making progress there. The agency is making progress through the program staff, and I would anticipate that continuing to be done so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Troutman. And again, as we had in our conversation, one of the things that I would highly recommend to you is the Lean Six Sigma process for process improvement or some other process improvement methodology. Again, we had great success at the state of Nebraska implementing that. It doesn't change any regulations. It's just a way to improve the processes, to remove the steps that don't add value, to consolidate steps down and be able to run the process more effectively and more efficiently. So, and I certainly encourage you to take a look at that as you're looking at how you can improve the process at the EPA. With that, Madam Chair, thank you very much.